my warm-up, 5k warm-up finished in under 21.5 minutes. That's pretty good, that. My legs feel great. I didn't know, you never can tell how your legs are going to feel until you start running and just spinning them around. Sometimes they might just feel like dog crap, like feel like they're just filled with lead, like your muscles just fatigued, but my legs feel good today. 2 by 15 minutes at threshold with 90-second recoveries in between. This is a bit of a gamble. What I'm trying to aim to do here, get this threshold workout done, get my cool down done, and make it to the school. Make it to the school for 3 p.m. so I can pick the kids up. That'll be tight though, that. I don't think I'll be able to do that. That was 8.38 kilometers, I think, and total average pace was 3:46 per kilometer. Both of the 15-minute reps was 3:39 minute kilometer pace, and I walked the 90 seconds. The second 15-minute rep had more elevation in it than the first, so I felt the pinch going up the hill on like the 4th kilometer, but decent. I've got a 5k cool down to do now, which I should be able to manage before the kids finish school, so then I can just maybe even finish my run at the school, pop in and grab them, just sweaty as anything like this. And then what yous are going to see now is me at work, going to work, the future, the past version of me, yeah, but it's going to be in your future. So the version of me that you're going to see next has no idea how this run ended or how it went. The version of me you're going to see next has no idea what it's going to be like sat in a bus all day, sat down, stiffening up, getting up, trying to loosen up, just keeping your legs fresh to run a big, massive 18.5 kilometre session after work. There's no excuses. You either want it or you don't. Let's go in and see what the dance is today. They've introduced this new digital thing where you can go in and punch your number in and sign on rather than actually see traffic and sign on. So I've got to do that and then just have a coffee and chill out. My duty starts at 6:25. It is 5:53. But Jackson flipping weed the bed and he woke up early, very early. So I had to change his bed, put him in the big bed, and then there was no room for me. And then I was awake then. So I've just been up pottering about and I don't want to wake the rest of the house up. So I'm out the door now. And I wanted to get here early anyway because all the parking gets took up on this back road by about 6:30 anyway. The sun's coming up now. And I'll tell you what else is happening. Winter's coming. I am board 165. Get myself a condition card. So, hybrid, first half of my shift. TEH 178, unless that changes when I leave the depot, which I doubt. I'll get a coffee first because I've got 20 minutes. Got to put that fleet number in first so before I forget it. It's my duty number 45. That's the condition card. Almost filled in until I get on the bus and I can fill the other bit of it in. I hate it when I've got a big second half and a small first half. I'd rather it be the other way around, but it's easy money at the end of the day, regardless of how you look at it. So my bus is all the way down here, TH 178. Oh, get it started up, locked up and loaded so we can get out of here. Thing with these hybrids is when you turn them on, it takes a little bit of time for the air pressure to build up, so you get a lot of beeping. These are just as spacious as the electrics. I actually wish I was on one of these on the second half of my duty, but I most likely won't be. It won't let me move the steering wheel until the hydraulics have built, until the air pressure's built up. So I'm going to do the checks on the bus now. Because I'm on the bus early, there's a bus behind me and a bus in front of me, so I've got to walk right round the two of them
because the gap's too small to fit through. Just had to see a driver then, because I had to, it's either that or go in the depot. I was like, the 101 is stand C now, isn't it, from Wivenshaw? He's like, yeah. Which I knew it was. I was just checking, because all the we've had stand changes in Wivenshaw interchange, so if you go into Piccadilly and you're using the 43, it's stand B as usual. If you go into Piccadilly using the 101, it's stand C. If you go into Piccadilly and you're using the 103, it's stand A. And the Stockport stands move, but I'm not too sure on that, I can't remember. Anyway, that's not my concern today, because I am doing the 101. Now it'll let me do the steering. Now the air pressure's built up, so on 10 bars. Now, take this off. As soon as this bus, this other hybrid, moves in front of me, we're good to go. There's no diversions on today. Let me have a little gander there. Just sort that mirror out. See, there's one thing about the ultraliners that you can't fault, is you don't have to sort any mirrors out. They're just there, they're done for you, ready. Whereas with these, you have to sort them out. We're ready to roll here. This can be a problem when you're a driver, and what can frustrate you sometimes is you got to leave the depot. I should be leaving the depot right now, but there's two buses in front of me. The driver in front's been on the ball, he's checked his bus, but the driver in front of him, the hazard lights are still on, so he's late checking his bus. So because he's late checking his bus, he can't move, I can't move, I can't reverse because there's one behind me. The gap is this big. So you can't reverse to get out or anything, you're just stuck waiting. Sometimes when that has happened, there's been nobody in the front bus and I've had to get out and move the front bus round, so it gives me a chance to get out. But someone's in there at least. So it looks like we'll be a little bit late just leaving the depot. Right, I think we're moving. Right, we're finally moving out the depot. That one in front there being late. Sandwiched in by both buses and cars. Not cool, but it is what it is. Let's get out of here. Go dead to Wivenshaw and pick it up at Wivenshaw where we picked the 101 up. So because that driver was late in his bus and was late leaving the depot by like 5 minutes, I have now literally straight to the stand. I've got 3 minutes now before I should be leaving. It's going to be literally numbers up straight to the stand, and hopefully we've not got an army of people there so we can actually get away on time. Don't like being late. Right, anyway, let's whack it on stand C. I'm flipping hope it's stand C. There's the 43. This is the first time I've used stand C for a 101. I'm not sure if I'll get the busy part of the school, busy part of what now. Listen to this heating. That is heavy. That's heavier than heavy, that heating. There was little men in there working on the heating system, and there was 12 of them. 11 of them have called in sick, and there's just one guy going 10 to the dozen in there making pure racket. That's enough from me. Let's get out of here. That's too heavy. I'd rather be cold than listen to that. Well, at least we've left on time. Well, that's it. First trip done. I've now got to be out for 16 minutes, so I'm taking it round the block. I'm taking it round the block. Right, I've had to take it round the block because I'm not out for 15 minutes and jeez, the roads are back busy, man. More people, more cars, more traffic, more rushing around, more people running late for the bus. There was one lady, like, there was no one at the bus stop, like, no one at the bus stop. I'd finished serving, there was no one in that mirror, and as I turned, just legged it across the road right in front of the bus to catch the bus. It's mad. I ended up pulling in for her, but it's like, it's not worth it. But that's the first trip done. I've got to go back out to Wythenshawe. I have ran 69 kilometres this week in the last 4 days, which is over 17 kilometres a day, which is over 10 miles every day I've ran. 2 of them have been very hard speed sessions, so I'll cover over 110 kilometres this week. Right, now I am going to get my ass back on the stand and pick up this 101 service back to Wythenshawe. What I've had to do here is pull in front of a bus that has just legit blocked me in. I was parked behind it, giving me the impression that it was broke down. So then next minute I had buses bibbing me from behind because that bus hadn't moved forward to fill the gap on the stand. So I ended up pulling in front of him and having to pull into the bus stand on an angle. So that bus then couldn't get out, but there's nothing I could do about that because there was 2 buses that couldn't move around the bus stand. It's always important when you're in one of these, if a bus moves, drive forward and fill the space on the stand so another bus can get behind you because they're not small. Let's start this journey back to Wythenshawe. The 101 comes out of Piccadilly the same as the 103. They sort of cross paths with the 85 and the 86 at that junction there. They go the opposite direction. This outbound journey does not look that busy compared to the inbound one, although we are going to get pure cars here at the school that are just parked wherever you like, because this is what brings school traffic, brings this type of behaviour. When you're coming out to get onto this junction here at the top of the parkway where you do a left, there's a bus lane on your left. Stick to it. If it's clear, don't really need to, but it's there for the traffic in case you have to avoid a load of traffic. Other than that, you might get people racing up the right hand side of your bus to beat you on the bus lane sort of thing. That'll just cut you up. Be cautious when you're approaching these lights. And then the first bus stop is Raby Street on the Parkway. These first few bus stops on the Parkway are busy. You're always stopping at them, letting people off and loading people on. What happens is you get a lot of people getting on from town that want to get off in Moss Side a lot. first timing point up here at the old depot, Alexandra Park, at 8:38 AM, and now it is currently 8:36. Just what I might add, the timing point 8:38 is the time you're supposed to be departing that timing point, not the time you're supposed to arrive at it. So by the time we've pulled in here, loaded up 2 people and let people off, we'll be departing at the right time. I'll be there this Saturday, Alexandra Park, with my Katie, going for a first park run. So we go, it might be someone's 50th, or it might be someone's 20th, or it might be someone's 10th, or 100th. And then if it's someone's first as well, they go, whose first time it is, and if you put your hand up and say me, or I say it's Katie's, they'll give you a round of applause. Everyone will clap.
I don't know that.
Okay. The yellow sign of finish there. Yeah. Get in, kiddo. Stop your watch at the yellow line. Okay. She's going well at the minute. She's going so well, I'm so proud of her. There's major roadworks on the parkway at the minute. All these bus stops that we're driving past are just shut, because it's literally narrowed down to 1 lane while they do these major gasworks. So I think we become free of it at the bottom near Wilbraham Road when you get past that junction. This is a little ruthless corner, this, because you get a lot of the hospital parking now, parking up both sides of this road usually. Give us a break here, I'm just parked up one side of it. This last trip out's been a little bit chilled. We've got rid of all the school kids, they're all in school, and now I think the OAP passes don't come into play till 9:30. I finish at Civic at 21 minutes past 9, so I don't think I'll get any of the OAPs, because usually you get an influx of all the OAPs when their passes activate at 9:30. You have the school kids before that. In the holidays, I believe the OAP passes was allowed during the 6 weeks as a trial, but they've not mixed it with the school kids yet. They've gone back to normal. So from what I gather, their passes kicking at 9:30. I understand why they don't mix the two, because you just have an influx of just loads of people, and just the services will just become overwhelmed all at one time with a load of kids, a load of old folks, although I can imagine the old folks not wanting to get on the bus at that time with the kids. But, you know, we'll see. They might reintroduce it, they might not, I have no idea. But this last trip has been light. A lot of the people that board this 101 board it for the hospital. Workers and patients alike, so there's 2 bus stops in the hospital. It's a bit deceiving. You've got Opal House here that we serve on the way in, and we serve it on the way out as well, on the opposite side. Yeah, we serve Opal House on the way in, and we serve Opal House on the way out, and then we serve the main bus station sort of thing when we go up here in Winshard Hospital. Here's the 101 going to Piccadilly. One thing you get asked here, what you don't get asked on any other service around the hospital, is are you going to Piccadilly or are you going to Wythenshawe? Because both of the services arrive and serve the same stops on the same side of the road, even though it says Piccadilly in big letters on the bus, and Wythenshawe people still flag you down and ask you. We're turning into the bus terminus now, and we've got 2 minutes before we've got to leave here. Always pull up to the top. That is it. Done. End the run. Log off. I've not got to be back on this bus leaving here until 19 minutes past 10. I'll have a bit of that because it is now 29 minutes past 9. So I've got a nice bit of break, even though I've got nothing to eat because I don't need to eat anything at the minute. Too early. I'll keep this board with me because I'm on it again. I've just spent the majority of my break in the flipping car charging this camera. Right, I've got enough time now to get in the depot, have a coffee before I've got to be back out. I have just had a lucky touch because I've got a hybrid for the next 4 hours, which means my legs should be sweet. So I'm not going to lie, with me training and all the working out that I do.
Yo. You're leaving, are you?
I'm going.
Oh, okay.
Going in a sec.
Yeah, alright.
Yeah, 1 minute.
Yeah, alright, good.
With all the training that I do, I need a bus with space in it. And this is exactly what that gives me, especially for the next 4 hours. Because I wouldn't want to be in one of them other ones, one of them yellow ones for 4 hours. They're not bad for one trip, but they're not what you want for like a big massive trip. Yeah, you don't want to be sat in one of them ultraliners for 4 hours, 4.5 hours, no chance. So make yourself comfy, chill out, relax, and get this show on the road. Let's get out of here. Oh great, I've got this thing saying stop. I don't think so. That'd be good to me. Man. Right, I've landed in Piccadilly. That was a heavy trip. I need to move this forward. That bus literally said not in service. And then it's just moved. See, some of the buses just park on the stand that aren't due to even be on this stand. I've got 10 minutes before I've got to be out. Magic by me. Be cutting it fine today, getting back for school. I finish at 10 to 3. It's just pure people around the door. Like when you pull up in Piccadilly and you're on the stand, that is you. People are just hanging around the door till you open the door. But this is a busy area. I landed here okay. Some guy recognised me. He goes, "Your name Matt?" I said, "Yeah." And he went, "Is this your YouTube channel?" I said, "Yeah." And then he was like, "Do you mind if we have a selfie?" I was like, "Nah, I'll have a selfie with you." It's nice that, you know, it's weird getting used to being asked for pictures, yeah, because it's not like I'm famous or anything like that, but it is good. And he was a nice lad, so appreciate that. Anyway, I've got less than 10 minutes before I've got to set off here, so I'm going to stretch my legs and literally just chill out for a minute. I've got to move back off as the 101 out, and then I'm coming back in as the 101 in, and then I've got a 103 out, but I'm just trying to break it down in my brain as get back to Wythenshawe now and then get myself on the way back to town, and I'm on the way to finishing, because the next time I leave Piccadilly will be the last time. I'm on my last trip out now. Last trip into town, last trip back to Sharston Green. I'm not going to see this place again today. Someone emailed me and they said they want to send me something called the body pod. That looks pretty cool. I've got to be at stand C over there in 4 minutes. It's mad that they've changed these stands around in Civic, because you used to get your layover here on the 101. You drop people off at the back there, you get your layover here and you go around to stand E to start the service. But now if you've got any layover, you kind of got to stop here and then move round to there. Because if I stopped there, I wouldn't be able to get over. I'd have to go right round the bus station again, which is crazy. So let's get on the stand, eh? 101 Piccadilly. Let's see how busy it gets now. A couple of the stands have stayed as normal. So the 103 and the 43 going to the airport has stayed as stand F, and the 103 to Piccadilly has gone to stand A, and the 43 to Piccadilly is still at stand B. The 368 to the hospital has now moved to stand C with this one. It's going to take me a bit to get used to all this. It's a process getting out of this bus station sometimes. It really is. Now, go up Princess Parkway for the last time today. That sounds good to me. Oh man, I'm glad that's done. I have probably got to move up in a minute because he's got his numbers up and the bus in front of him has moved away. So he's moved up while he's got his numbers up to free up space on the stand, so that's good of him. So he'll be setting off soon. I'm not setting off for another 7 minutes. So I've probably got 3 minutes before my numbers have got to go up. Someone's just commented, I start with Stagecoach on Monday, Southwest. Did it take you long to learn the routes? When you're learning the routes, everything is individual. Hyde Road has got like 40 odd routes. They've got like twice as many as us, of us more. So they take longer to learn their routes than we do our routes. So it's all pending. There's a bus behind me. Oh, it's Jed. Right, he's gone.
Brake. Please apply handbrake.
Right, I'm gonna have to get my numbers up now and then we can get this show on the road. Last trip out, oh yes. 103 to the airport. See how busy this gets. Finito, done. Right, that's the bus handed over to the driver. Done. Oh my God, what a shift. I'm just glad to be out of here now because I am hungry. And it's time for me to go home. Get back now and get some scran. Park this up and get out of here. I am going home. Cashed in. Got the kids some sweets. Now it's home time. I hope you've enjoyed the video. Every now and then, when people are talking about exercise, you hear people say, I'm too tired when I get home, or I'm too tired when I wake up. Shit. I'm tired when I wake up, and I'm tired now when I get home. But it's not a question of like, I could easily skip this workout, but I'm building progress with me running. I'm building fitness. I'm building speed. I'm building endurance and stamina, and I don't want to jeopardize that. You can't, as soon as you unlock the door to just stopping and quitting and skipping things, you don't progress. So it's not about whether you want to do it or not. It's about whether you want your goals or whether you don't want your goals. As cheesy as that is the main thing. If you're training to run a 5k in whatever time, or a 10k in whatever time, or a half marathon, or you're training to complete your first marathon, it isn't going to get done by you giving into the self-inflicting brain thought where you say, I'm tired, I don't want to do it, and before you know it, you're negotiating a truce with yourself to just not get it done. So I will be going home and I will be annihilating this workout, and yeah, you know, I don't know how it's going to go, but it's a bit of a tasty one. It's going to be a long one. You're looking around about 18.5 kilometres, round about that something range. I've got a 5k warm up. I've got 33 minutes at threshold. Well, 15 minutes at threshold, 90 seconds recover, then 15 minutes at threshold, and then a 5k cool down. So, yeah. Threshold is the pace that you can sustain for 1 hour in a race. So it's a bit of a handful of a pace.